So I'm Barbara Edwards, and I'm the Director of Math for America San Diego. We are a program that is a nonprofit organization that is 3 universities and at least 5 school districts. So we are based in NCSD, but we're also part of San Diego State and CSD San Marcos. And the 5 school districts include Grossmont right here, and also San Diego Unified. Our mission is simply, we're all about improving teaching and learning in mathematics secondary school classrooms. We work primarily with low-income, high-need schools, but we also have teachers in other schools as well. I wanted to start with the M in STEM. It comes at the end, but in fact, it's most fundamental. Carol's nodding vigorously, yes. I mean, it should almost be underneath because you can't get into S, T, and E unless you have M, right? So I like to shift that around. Okay, next one. So we have a series of programs. We have a new teacher fellowship. People apply to us for a 5-year fellowship when they apply to their credential program at one of those 3 universities. We pay for their tuition and fees. We give them a $15,000 stipend. We smother them with professional development and support at their on-site school. And we do everything research says we need to do to make them the best damn teacher they can be. And that's a 5-year fellowship. We have 30 of those critters. We have master teacher fellows who are exemplary experienced teachers, and we have 12 of those, and they're in all kinds of different districts and schools. And we work with professional development with whole departments as well, so we have that ongoing as well. And we have just begun to offer summer institutes for anyone who's not necessarily a select fellowship recipient, but for week-long that are taught by the lead teacher, the instructor, who is our math professor, Rashawn Harrell, who is a mathematician at UCSD. And he, in combination with some of our lead facilitators, including Obi Soto, who's here in the audience. And there will be 2 of these this summer, and I can give you more information about those if you're interested or know people who might be. Okay. So what I wanted to say when I had 5 minutes was, what's most important about our work is the professional development. The center of teaching, I think, has to do with professional development. So we wanted to say something about what the key features of the professional development are. And they're listed here. I won't go through them all, but it's important to know that we're a strong learning environment. The mathematics is at the center of it. Student thinking is at the center of it. And we don't veer from that. This is what we hope to accomplish in our professional development. Okay, next slide. And then you can just flip through because there's a bunch of these. Yeah, thanks. There we go, that's it. And so in a nutshell, what do we want to get out of this? I mean, sure, this looks familiar to those of you who've been involved in reform efforts, but what our work is about is moving from this kind of old way of doing things, this traditional way, to a new way. And it's characterized by these things, moving from procedural to conceptual, moving from answer getting to process thinking. Moving from working in isolation to working with groups, and we do this both with teachers and with students. Work characterized by worksheets and drills to being characterized by rich word problems that we call holistic problems. And as I said, always the mathematics and the student thinking is at the center of the work. Those are our 2 fundamental centers. And this all comes out of the theoretical framework of Rashawn Harrell's called DNR. And that's do you have another minute? Okay. Well, I will use that for questions.
Questions?
Or Obi, do you want to add anything?
There was a lot in those slides that obviously didn't get said. There are other components to our program. I should add this on. Is that I teach at San Diego at Patrick Henry High School 2 periods in the mornings, and then our teachers come to observe me 2 days per year. We debrief and learn about this theoretical framework and how it's being implemented in my classroom. I was Rashawn Harrell's PhD student, so I've been researching DNR for a few years and figuring out how it works in a classroom. I think it makes our program pretty unique to have an actual teacher mentoring with teachers. And then I go and I observe teachers as well, and we discuss their usage of the things they learned in the summer. Recently, a lot of them have been asking curriculum questions about how do I transform these kinds of questions that I have into the kind, this is what my textbook has, into the kinds of questions that actually would facilitate discussion and show students where these ideas are coming from. So we've been working hard together.
So we have a field support. I mean, it's not just a summer institute, although that's an important part of it, and it's not just follow-up sessions, although that's an important part of it. it's someone who's involved with them, with their students in their classrooms. And we try and make that as rich as possible. So Obi has both the higher ed experience and the classroom teaching experience, which makes him exceptional in that way. Other questions about our program? We have, by the way, I should say, 2 noise grants as well. So we have a great deal of noise support here in the county. San Marcos has one, San Diego State has one, we have one. UCSD has one in their Ed Studies program. So there's lots of good noise plans. We like that. Okay.